eat and go home. Any man, in another man's house. Any man, in another man's house. I am coming,
Lord Daniel, I am coming. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Rise Up Morning Show right here on AllAhWeTV. And it is Uber Tuesday for Tortola BVI. There's going to be a juve and then there's going to be a big fete. In the end of the day, they're going to have a big fete. If you on Facebook, you can't miss it because the whole VI Massive did it on Uber. And they having the time of their life. Last night, TJM were on stage, the whole VI connection. We saw clips of DJ Joker. So let's just really back it up. Good morning to all our islands, all our Massive and crew, whoever tuning in. Good morning to you, St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix, Water Island, Chocolate City, Tortola, Anegada, Joseph Van Dyke. BVI, as said, BVI today is your day. Uber Massive is in your area. And you have the big juve that's going on today up in BVI. And it's followed by a big time concert. So BVI, big up yourself and you all have a wonderful time. Wednesday, Uber Day comes to St. Thomas Virgin Islands. You remember last time we had Uber, what we had a big juve and a big fete. And that juve really had set off the carnival season. Well, what are they doing this time? This time they have a mini parade, or they have a parade / tramp. And it's going to go, well, before I say any more, here's Officer Charles. She's going to tell you all about Uber Day coming to St. Thomas USVI tomorrow, Wednesday the 19th. And then we also have something special happening in St. John. The community group St. John Sing, they're going to be having their holiday concert. And we're going to be streaming it here on AllAhWeTV. The season moving, my son, as well as this morning. What time is it? 7:32. So good morning to you. Rise up to you, and let's get the day started. Here's what's going to look like tomorrow, Uber Day, St. Thomas, USVI.
Don't give me no drink in no small cup. 16 ounces or more, that's the tall cup.
Good morning, Uber Soca cruisers, St. Thomas residents, and other guests. I am Officer Charles of the Traffic Investigations Bureau. On Wednesday, November 19, 2025, Uber Soca Cruise is paying us another visit. At 11 o'clock, they'll be exiting the White Coat Dock, traveling onto this roadway between Windies and Yacht Haven Grand to have their parade / tramp. When they exit this roadway, they'll be making the left, turning onto Edward Blyden Road, traveling down in the westbound lane towards the police station. Once they get in the area of the police station, they'll be turning around and traveling back up into the westbound lane on the same route. At the conclusion of the parade, the patrons will return to the White Coat Dock, where they'll be having a mini food fair. There'll be a whole host of vendors and different entertainments for your enjoyment. For the duration of this parade, there'll be absolutely no traffic traveling westward from the area of Mandela Circle towards the police station, and that includes the new promenade. Please be advised that we have 3 ships in that day, and to ease the traffic, we advise all motoring public to take alternate routes if you intend to travel westward.
Don't give me no
Thank
drink
you.
in no small cup. 16 ounces or more, that's the tall cup. You ain't got that.
Trash, your bar is trash. Okay, so Uber Day comes to St. Thomas USVI tomorrow, Wednesday, November 19th. As said, they're in Tortola this morning, and Officer Charles just explained to you, they're having a mini parade / tramp. It's coming down westward, so you're coming out of White Coat Gate, the gate that hours locked, coming through Windies at the stoplight, they're making the left. That westbound lane is going to be closed. It's going to be closed. That's a tramping road. And just like how they did for the last Juve when Uber was here, we're heading west. We're heading, well, technically north then west. So you're heading west. You're coming down past Yacht Haven Grand, Perlin, Person Garden, Lucinda Mill, you're making that left. We're coming down on the new apron. Coming down on the new apron, they're going to the police station. When they reach the police station, they're going to turn around. And then they're coming back up in that lane. So if you're coming from country and you need to go west, you really should consider going over the hill. Even if you go Frenchman Road, that's going to be back up. Because Frenchman Road now going to come past Haven site, and then that lane have to turn into one and they have to make the right to go by Blockbuster Vitraco Park Mall. That's the name of that, Vitraco. And then they got to go over the hospital, go wrong by the hospital, pass Dan Felito's, CAHS, to then head west. So just go over the hill, Even if you're coming from west and you're going east, it gonna get slowed down. Eastbound lane gonna be good, But when they reach Mandela Circle, that westbound people, and that they act like when they see the light, they can't stop. So go over the hill, go scot-free. Go Four Corners, go over the hill, go Skyline Road. Save yourself the headache unless you want to fat. People are driving traffic and you're looking milly. And that's how I drive. Sometimes I say, let me see what's going on. And then you're going to be stuck and you're going to say, Lord, the traffic was so messed up. But really, if you could avoid it, avoid it. That's what happening. They have the Juve mini parade / tramp, and then they're going to get turned into the tramp, and then they're going to have a food fair, entertainment, and so much. It's going to be a lot of things, man. It's going to be a real big thing. So, hey, listen, man, welcome them because there's over 4,000 people on this ship, all Caribbean people, Caribbean lovers who enjoying the ship. If you see what happening on the ship, Mr. That thing looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. And big up to the organizers. Our USVI, Division of Festival, they heavy. And we have a VI massive that is always strong. From Romeo to Philly to Amos to Walter. You get Sherman on the boat. You get so much people that's on the boat. Kilo them on the boat. Shiniko, they don't miss a fet. My club, you see Shy HP, we got a lot of VI representatives, a lot of VI entertainers that's on the boat. So again, it's big things, man. It's big things, and we gotta just give thanks. Happy that they come into our place. And when they come, we want to make sure we give them the VI smile, the great VI hospitality. So again, if you can't feel the vibes, you can't wait, don't go in the people in traffic. Just stay away. Going to show you a clip right here. Can I expand it? I don't think so. But this was last night, and it's like a 10-second clip of TJ them on the stage.
Over your side. So put your lights in the air. Put your lights up here. Put your lights in the air. Put your lights up there. Put your lights in the air.
You see them VI flags? Oh my gosh, give me a goosebumps, sir. Yeah, that's what's happening on the Uber cruise. So a lot of things going on in our town. We're just going to keep this day here moving. Where do we start? Well, next week is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, you have, if you don't know, Thanksgiving, you have the brothers and sisters of the Masonic Lodge. They do their annual feeding. This is going on over 28 years at the Olamola School. Since COVID, they had it like a drive-through. This year, it moves back to the big fete. It moved back to the DJ. They're going to be in the Olamola School playground. They set up tents. Joey Bing, he roasting a pig. They have everything on the menu. This is a real holiday feast. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The Masons, I don't want to, Prince Hall, the Masons, I got to get the correct name, but we're going to be in support of that event, of course. It don't matter no face, whether you're in need, whether you're working, whether you're in cook. We know it's been hard for a number of people. That's one of the options. Last year, Oasis Terrace did a holiday feeding as well, and they returned with it. So Oasis Terrace, the former Pilgrims Terrace, they are doing the feeding. So we're going to tell you all about it. Last year, Oasis Terrace fed all the officers. So this year, just stay tuned right here. I'm going to check in with links, and we're going to find out about it. Okay, we're keeping it going. There's another feeding that's coming. Going to tell you all about it by Chef Ashley Allen. Chef Ashley Allen and his group. So stay tuned right there. We're going to tell you about that. We're getting some information here of an event taking place in our community. This over today through Thursday. My good friend Danny Derima of MTOC. That's the Meeting the Need of Others in Our Community, the nonprofit. They are a part of this community of compassion. Hear it right here. So it's a National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Initiative. Together we bring dignity and care. We bring dignity, care, and hope to those most in need across the Virgin Islands. That's taking place, okay, so Wednesday, Where's the Tuesday flyer? Where is it? Oh, we downloaded that twice. So we need to get it Tuesday up in there. Tuesday, it's Tuesday. Well, yeah, today is Tuesday, man. I'm so confused. So let's tell you all about this, right? This is the, let's open this again one more time. All right, here we go. So Community in Compassion, National Hunger and Homelessness Awareness Initiative. Together we bring dignity, care, and hope to those most in need across the Virgin Islands. Tuesday, November 18th at the St. Thomas Market Square. About the event. This event brings together community partners, service providers, and advocates to raise awareness of food insecurity and homelessness in the Virgin Islands, foster compassion, and promote collective solutions for lasting change. Join us as we work together to build stronger, more connected communities across our islands. So join us. Your support ensures our neighborhoods receive dignity, care, and connection. How you can help. We are looking for volunteers and service providers to share their time, talents, and services, medical, dental, and mental health services, housing, employment, and legal counseling, meals, clothing, hygiene items, and more. Wellness offerings such as haircuts, massages, and personal care. That's Tuesday, November 18, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And MTOC, I know, is a part of it. That's at the Sandarilla Thomas Bungalow. Then we have what we have here. Then we have, what's the other days when this is taking place? Wednesday, it's at the Department of Human Services building just off the roundabout across the fire station. So that has to be St. John, I'm assuming. And then Thursday at St. Croix, the Rudolph Schulterbrand Agricultural Complex. So Community of Compassion, and is promoting services that we can do to help the homeless and food insecurity here in the VI. How was your weekend, man? My weekend, it was going. Let me tell you, we did a community football game, the Yes Group in St. Croix. Very interesting game. Teams from away. And it was actually, it had a great turnout. We had a number of the students that came forward. We actually had 2 students that was working with us at AllAhWeTV. We want to shout out to them. I think they're from the Central High School, Josiah and Tony, is it? Great students. They were part of the football team. We needed an extra hands, and they jumped right in. So I really want to say big ups to them and big up to their parents, because raising excellent young men, they really, really, really helped us out. But it was great. It was Tony and Josiah. So the event was, I mean, a football game is 4 hours, but you had vendors, you had music, and you had the students coming forward in a safe environment, enjoying themselves. So that was a big thing there, and we want to say big up to it. Okay, we're gonna come back to Chef Ashley Allen and tell you all about Thanksgiving. But first, today, an important thing is happening. We're even going to commercial break yet. We have a vote that's going to take place, and it's to give authorization for the development of solar panel farms, 2 sites in St. Thomas, in Estate Fortuna and in Estate Bovoni. So the development, what happened was last week, we had an emergency town hall meeting in the western end by the Western Alliance. And I was held at the Border Fire Station. The developer is developing the solar farms. However, the process wasn't followed. So the land has already been excavated. The permit is in process. So the community became aware, sensitive, and it was a very spirited meeting. No one, the developer themselves was not there, DPNR was not there, or Office of the Governor. I want to take the time out to big up Clinton Hendrington. We better know him as a Boogie, better know him as Boogie. Boogie is the electrical engineer, and his company does the solar farms on St. Croix. And they're going to do the electrical engineering part of it here in St. Thomas. So as a resident and being concerned, Boogie came to the event. Okay? He didn't come as a representative of the company, which he isn't. He's hired by the developer. And he answered subject matter questions, which he can does because he's an electrical engineer. But he wasn't talking or speaking on behalf of the developer. So today in the legislature, there's going to be a vote if whether this development can move forward. They have to make their case to our legislators. And it's interesting because the process bypasses the CZM permitting and approval process, which is CZM does the studying and recommendations if projects are worthy, safe, XYZ for our community. So this is a very interesting position we're in. It's a very interesting opportunity, and it's interesting to see how our senators are going to move because Government House work hard, no knock to them. However, this has been dropped and red eye last minute type of situation. So from this here, you're going to get a couple clips and we're going to speed it along. It's going to be about 10 minutes running time in different format. I'm going to show you the opening by Ms. Sherry Myers, the president of the Western Alliance, who, you know, along with the community, they held the town hall meeting to give you the intro of what it's about. Then we get a delivery from Delvin Duggins, one of the members of the community of the Western End. And then also to give you the clip of Mr. Hendrington Boogie. I want to just take the time right now to shout out our providers, One Communications, EDA, the Virgin Islands Economic Development Authority, Bender and Associates. You need your reels, you need your iron, anything dealing with iron, metal, bars, steel, bending, shaping, Bender and Associates could do it for you. Miss Naturalista, it's the holidays. You got to check out Miss Naturalista and that gift box. Miss Naturalista got that gift box for you. Java Grand, start your morning right with a coffee, a latte, a mocha, a choca, whatever you call it, from Java Grand. And they are a barista. They have baristas serving. It's a bar and coffee shop. Very swanky spot, all in one there at the Haven Grand. So this is Miss Sherry Myers, and she is sharing, giving you the intro. Then we're going to go to Delvin Duggins. Then we're going to go over to Boogie. Again, shout out to everybody that came out and took part. This is our community. When we hear things happening, we have to jump in. We have to be a part of it. Our parents getting older, so if you're in your 40s, you can't leave it for your parents who in their 60s and 70s. It's our turn now to carry the mantle, ask questions, and not because you ask somebody a question. Delvin say, Boogie, we are very good friends. We work together on projects. I disagree with you on that one. We have to be able to agree and disagree and still hold hands and be in kumbaya. Irie? So here's it right here, the introduction, and then we're going to move it along.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me say thank you all for coming out to this very important emergency meeting. My name is Sherry Myers. Most of you that know me, and for those that are meeting me for the first time, my name is Sherry Myers, and I'm the president of the St. Thomas Western Alliance, Inc. So we are a nonprofit organization that covers issues all the way from west of UVI, encompassing all the neighborhoods. So any issue in our neighborhood or the West End, we try to address. We also, our mission and aim is to also protect and preserve our neighborhood, advocate for much needed services, and to, you know, anything that is meaningful. You know, we are a community that wants to work and collaborate with any entity that is trying to do good within our neighborhood. Unfortunately, tonight we're here to talk about the unknown. And most of you that have heard me on the radio talk about a solar farm project that has started to be erected right on the east of us. First, let me ask, is anyone here, let me not assume, anyone here from the company or the developers? Let me not assume.
You know they know show up.
Well, I just, you know, you just give them the benefit of the doubt. I just still have to ask. But nevertheless,
Transparency. My name is Clinton Hedrington Jr.
okay.
I've worked with the developer on St. Croix.
Okay, so you got the introduction. Sherry Myers told us what is about what the meeting was there. We're going to go from Sherry Myers and we're going to feature Delvin Duggins' clip, about 5 minutes, 36 seconds, I apologize, and getting you a feeling of the vibes of the community in Bodo and how is the, use the word twice, the feeling among people and why. So you're going to hear Delvin Duggins right here.
My name is Delvin Duggins. Now, as a disclaimer, I am the Chief of Staff for Senator Fonseca. And every time I speak to him about a situation with the West End, I am a 54-year resident, and that means the world to me. So he knows everything that we have happens down here. He knows that I am in front with the Senate, with the president, moving full force. We're talking about the solar farm and the benefits. Okay. For many years, residents been getting sick down here with cancer. Over 60% of our residents have died from cancer. They say it could be coming from the 2 federal towers over there. The federal government told our parents in the 80s, that ain't true. So why are our residents in the West End dying at a higher rate with cancer? My mother had cancer, my father had cancer, I had cancer, my neighbor died from cancer, my neighbor down the hill died from cancer, and all we have in common is them 2 towers over there with a sign outside the gate that say federal property only, do not trespass. Secondly, in a Senate hearing this year, I tried to look for the information today. I just sitting down there listening. You know what was reported? The West End residents have a higher rate of diabetes among anybody else in St. Thomas. The senator leaned back to me and he said, what white is I doing back there? I said, well, that's news to me. That's data that came across the legislature. So the benefits from what they could give WAPA, I have not seen it in 54 years. So for me personally, I don't want no solar farm, period. I want to know what the government is going to do as far as what is going on down here with the cancer rate, what is going on with the diabetes rate, because those questions need to be answered before we even entertain having a solar farm, because I do all kind of research. You're seeing the benefits. Mr. Hedrington just clearly see what the benefits. What's the cons? What are the cons? We don't know what the con is, because I was discussing it with a colleague of mine today. She said the pros outweigh the cons. I said, then carry it when bog. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, nobody is saying what's really going on. When we had Hurricane Irma, all of you will live down here. No, it was hell to get tongue for 3 days. 3 days. We used to have to go by the garbage bin when the police officers them won't allow us to go to make a phone call. This young lady was my chief of staff, Denise DeCasta, when I worked for Senator Brian Smith. She walked tongue from Fortuna to make sure her 96 or 97-year-old mother was okay. So she could attest to that. You see what I'm saying? So panels, they fly, it flying, don't know. They said before when they were putting them up, they ain't gonna move. They move, and what happened when they done? As far as I could remember, the developer left it there, somebody pick it up. Right. So when these things fly, because they will fly, I don't want to hear nobody say they ain't gonna move. Who gonna help us clear them things? We don't want it. Right. Period. We don't care. We don't want it. What would it be off? Some night ago, what were off? I drive in, coming down past the lookout. I turn off my headlights. The place dark coming into Boro. No police patrolling. God bless, we get fire. If something happening, no ambulance. So when we add more to our infrastructure that don't have no structure, right? What else gonna happen? I don't buy that. I don't want it down here. We don't want it. That's my opinion. This heap of tax benefits, man, we've been having these benefits for years. I don't want it. We speak about what problems we have. Look at Bovoni. One of our colleagues went to not our colleague, my staffer went to a meeting. The lady tell them to move the dump to Boro. I said, but so then I just smiling until she said move the dump to Boro. I said, no. You understand? So I know they feel the same. We look them right there. Look them right there. We can't be moving these things around. They have to come up with a better idea. Mr. Hendrington and I is very good. We're working on projects together. I have a lot of respect for him. He's one of the smartest people I know, electrical engineer. Boogie, you can find another way.
Thank you so much, Ms. Laurent.
Right, so you are hearing responses, remarks from the Bodo, the Western Alliance Community Town Hall meeting regarding the proposed solar farm that will be voted upon today at the Earl B Legislature Hall. So surprisingly, this thing gone kind of quiet. The London cut development going in place. So the process wasn't observed or followed. It wasn't followed, so you know, it's that wrong. Not giving opinion, just sharing you the facts. Today, it has to be approved or decided upon the legislature to see if the legislators, if they give it a check mark, whereby it could proceed without CCM approval and they authorize this project, or if they have to go back and do this thing the right way. Now, there has been some effects. We're going to put up the full length delivery, which is an hour and a half. We cut it down into 30 minutes, and then we have Delvin piece, and we have Boogie piece. There were senators there. Let's acknowledge Senate President Milton Potter, Senator Ray Fonseca, Senator Marvin Blyden. They all were there, and many different members of our community. So this is now Boogie's delivery. Boogie Clinton Hendrington, one of the best electrical engineers we have around here, former CEO of WAPA, and now an entrepreneur that specializes and executes solar panels installation and how we could feed it to the grid and so forth. Anyway, yeah, what I'm saying, apologies. This is Mr. Clinton Hendrington, and listen, remember, Boogie didn't come to speak for the developer. He came as a resident that's working on a project, and also give credit to Neil, another engineer, electrical engineer, that came and just providing information to our community members. All right, so this is Boogie part. Then we have some more things to share with you in the morning show. Remember, tomorrow's Uber Day. But we could fat jump up and have fun and a nice time. Hey, Jean, good morning to you down there in Anguilla. Big up yourself. We could fat, have a nice time, but we also have to take care of matters of the house, matters of our community, matters of business, and then we could still fat and have a nice time. Here's Mr. Hendrington.
Transparency. My name is Clinton Hedrington Jr.
Okay.
I've worked with the developer on St. Croix. So I also told Mr. Loranger that he needs to get to the residents. Because I'm from St. Thomas. I lived St. Thomas all my life, and I ain't going to let nothing happen to the residents of St. Thomas. So I ain't going to defend that for sure. However, the long-reaching benefits of this project is great for our people. However, it needs to be done the right way. I agree with that, but let's try to fix it. So that's why I'm saying to the lady, just give me your information. I'm going to try to make sure that whatever issue she have is addressed, even with the meeting that Mr. Ranger needs to come to. That's my position. And I think that's fair.
Is it going to save us?
Yes, hands down. Hands down. So solar energy, right? Just like the ones in St. Croix. I operate the ones in St. Croix. the power that we send back to the grid is worth 10 cents a kilowatt hour. We buy it at 43 cents. So hands down, that's a big savings for that piece of energy that we selling back to the utility. And the way this one is designed, I only speak on the electrical side because I'm just an electrical engineer, right? Because you won't hear me speak much about the runoff because I don't speak about things that I don't know. All right, fair enough? All right, good. What we're trying to do is build this farm big enough that whenever we lose the plant, that the residents in the West still have power all the time. So again, the far-reaching benefits outweigh even the growing pains of the construction. Because in any construction, underground, overhead power lines, there's growing pains, there's pains, there's inconveniences. However, we have to understand what the long-reaching benefits are at the end of the day. But again, I'm a resident. I don't want nothing to happen to our residents. So again, I'm going to try to defend that every day.
I have a question. The promise of it becoming a benefit to the community, that's my stake.
It's a promise. It's just a promise.
That's my point, because my last recollection of the one out Dunu bypass was supposed to make a big difference on the bottom line. I never saw that. And that's really what concerns me.
Yes.
Who is truly going to benefit from any of this? Granted, energy may be put back to WAPA. Yes, you may be able to make record of how much difference go back to the power plant. But coming from the power plant to us has yet to be proven there's any success as it relates to the consumer. Now, on top of all the other risks that are involved, like the gentleman spoke of, like the young lady spoke of, you have debris in our catastrophes. You have risk of not only harming property, but life. On top of that, you have a careless approach, as it seems everybody coming to our island does, when it comes to building. They do us wrong, take the slap on the wrist, pay the fine if they want, and keep trucking. That's the behavior that goes on here in this territory. See, the governor thinks CZM is a waste of time, so he wants any other avenue he can take to get his plans ready. Who's benefiting? That's all I want to know. You speak about if the power go out at the main plant, the west end gonna be supported. Did any of that ever happen with the last solar plant that existed?
It can't. Answer all.
I'm asking. These are my questions.
Sherry, get the mic. Sherry, give him the mic.
It ain't gonna happen, Boogie. You know that.
Come next to me then.
It ain't gonna happen.
So I operate the ones in St. Croix, right? Because Dunu don't have any batteries. That's why it can't support. So we have two different ways that we'll operate. One we call grid following, one we call grid forming. In grid following mode, right?
Let him finish.
In grid following mode, anytime they lose the source, any generation, the farm is going to shut off. With batteries, which is new technology, emerging technology, when the farm goes off, batteries kick in, just like your UPS.
I understand.
So same concept. So because Dunu didn't have any batteries, or don't have batteries, it cannot keep the power on. It just follows the grid. I do this every day, all day.
That's not my question.
So, but I did answer the question. You said you asked me how is it going to stay on? Is going to stay.
I didn't ask you that. Anybody hear me answer? The question is, how does it affect my bottom line? Because whether the farm was on for 20 years out or
that was the first question.
Or not, it didn't change the bottom line.
That was the first question.
In fact, electricity keep going.
I'm getting to that. The reason why Dunu didn't affect your bottom line because it's just a small piece of the puzzle. It's 5 megawatts out of 52 megawatts. So the reason why it really didn't affect your bottom line because it's such a small piece of the puzzle, putting the puzzle together is what affects the bottom line. So these projects separated, that's why it can't go in, but because electrically it don't work, it don't benefit the people. One of the best places to have them separated. So when cloud cover come, all of them don't drop, all of them don't affect the grid. So they're strategically placed geographically to make the benefit of the Virgin Islands total benefit. So in St. Croix, for example, we have one in East, which is Petronella. We have one in Mid-Island, and we have one in West, which is Haggensburg, right? When the cloud comes from the east, Petronella drops, Mid-Island stays on, Hagenburg stays on. It don't affect the grid 100%. So we keep the grid stable. Similar to what we're doing here, Bovoni, Dunu, West. We're trying to stabilize the grid while impacting the bottom line. But those small farms are just small pieces of the puzzle. Any utility in the entire world will do it that way. It's common practice around the utility space.
What size are you looking to put in here?
In here?
Yeah.
This is a 25 megawatt plant.
And Bovoni?
Bovoni is 10 megawatts.
And you're taking over Dunu?
No, we're not taking over Dunu. So what we'll do is we'll watch how Dunu operate, but these two, Bovoni and Fortuna, have battery backup. So a 25 megawatt solar farm with 22 megawatts of batteries. Meaning that if you lose the 25 megawatts, you keep 22 megawatts for 2 hours.
I have a recommendation. All of this here could be placed on the keys where there's no residents.
That's a very good idea.
Everything, all this development and support, we are too far technologically to bombard our residential areas and our
Mr. Farrell,
farmlands
could
with
you
this.
come?
All right, that's it right there. You got some clips on both sides. Delvin Duggins, you got to hear Miss Sherry Myers in the front with the introduction. You got a little bit of Barbara, who was interjecting and sharing and asking questions, and Mr. Hendrickson clarifying what this farm is going to do, how much it's geared to generate, how it will store power, how it impacts. And in deeper conversations, he shared that as he stated on camera, that you have to separate it throughout the island so that when there's cloud coverage, it doesn't impact the solar farm. Today at the Irby Legislature House, the senators are going to be hearing testimony. Can't tell you exactly from who, but they're going to be hearing as to whether this project can move forward, get a check of approval. And they're voting not only on the parcel in Fortuna, they're also voting on an opportunity in Bovoni. So we have to pay attention. We got to stay informed. And again, not because you're fat, meaning you don't stay awake, you don't stay engaged. It isn't regardless of age. This is our community. This is our home. It don't matter where you're born. You can't change where you're born or where you're going to die. You are here, you're working, you're paying taxes, you're contributing. So you should render a voice. You should vote, and you should be a part of the process. Okay, we're going to post them on AllAhWeTV. Remember, this is going to be at the legislature. Some residents are asked if you have time, go down there, share your presence, share your voice. You can't interrupt the legislature, of course not. There's going to be Sergeant at Arms in the session. However, let's see how the legislature move about this. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to hear what both sides come with and fight for it. As said, anything that starts wrong, that don't mean it's going to end wrong, but you have to correct it along the line. We're going to get some commercial break. When we come back, we're going to tell you about Chef Ashley Allen and Thanksgiving 2025. There's an opportunity. Don't go by no house with no bad food. Don't go by them people's house if they can't cook. Okay? Chef Allen has 2 excellent options, whether it's a la carte or you can have a full family feast prepared for you. So Thanksgiving is knocking on the door. Is the time when eaters, what we love, and you get traditional American style, you get Caribbean style, you get all kind of food. I love Thanksgiving. So listen, we're gonna tell you all about Chef Allen, and we're gonna be wrapping it up tomorrow. Uber Soca Wednesday. Jugu made a post. They rocked the boat last night. They rocked the big deck. VI massive. USVI, BVI together we is one. And they rock Uber. Today there is Juve in Tortola in Rotown, followed by a big concert. Tomorrow is the mini parade and the tramp, followed by a mini food fair and the Waiko Dock. There's parking and travel restrictions. We're going to tell you about that one more time so you're not surprised. You're locked on Rise Up Morning Show here on AllAhWeTV.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step. Or one promise. Maybe it's one dream. Or one journey. One smile. One gesture. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make up one crazy average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life. Just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands, where the American Caribbean meets opportunity. With direct access to the global marketplace, discover a business environment designed to help you succeed.
Good ideas can be realized here.
We have wraparound services. We offer tax incentives. We offer access to capital. Companies that relocate here can get customer care second to none here from the Economic Development Authority.
We located in the Virgin Islands because of easy access of shipping and freight and cargo.
I welcome you to come to the Virgin Islands. Do business with us, expand, start. We're happy to have you. And while you're here, enjoy our lovely sunsets.
To explore a new horizon for your business, please visit our website at www.usvieda.org.
Press the button.
I can't talk, eyes and that. Moving her waist like he got island that. I could tell how she dancing, she a island girl. Miss by no eyes, a island man. Wine and me don't wine and start. Grip on her waist without asking. Chat until we feeling exhausted. I just love the way she whine. Oh, she from behind. She got so, I got so, I just holding her for the ride. I just love the way she whine.
All right, that's Java Grand located in the Yacht Haven Grand. Start your morning and your day at Java Grand. You're looking for a place to have a little meeting, meet with some folks. You don't want them come up by your place. You don't want to meet in the street or in the back of a car. Go down by Java Grand. Excellent, comfortable. They have light bites. And of course, whether you're looking for a coffee or a tea or you're looking for something a little stronger, Java Grand has it for you. Listen, it's all about Uber Wednesday. Uber Wednesday tonight in Tartola. Tomorrow is down here. And they're going to have some road closures. Officer Charles is going to tell you all about what's taking place. Then I'm going to tell you all about Chef Allen and this Thanksgiving feast. And then we're out of here until tomorrow.
In no small cup, 16 ounces or more, that's the tall cup.
Good morning, Uber Soca cruisers, St. Thomas residents, and other guests. I am Officer Charles of the Traffic Investigations Bureau. On Wednesday, November 19, 2025, Uber Soca Cruise is paying us another visit. At 11 o'clock, they'll be exiting the White Coat Dock, traveling onto this roadway between Windies and Yacht Haven Grand to have their parade/tramp. When they exit this roadway, they'll be making the left, turning onto Edward Blyden Road, traveling down in the westbound lane towards the police station. Once they get in the area of the police station, they'll be turning around and traveling back up into the westbound lane on the same route. At the conclusion of the parade, the patrons will return to the White Coat Dock, where they'll be having a mini food fair. There'll be a whole host of vendors and different entertainments for your enjoyment. For the duration of this parade, there'll be absolutely no traffic traveling westward from the area of Mandela Circle towards the police station, and that includes the new promenade. Please be advised that we have 3 ships in that day, and to ease the traffic, we advise all motoring public to take alternate routes if you intend to travel westward.
Don't give me no
Thank
drink.
you.
In no small cup. 16 ounces or more, that's the tall cup. You ain't got that.
Your bar is trash. All right. It is the Rise Up Morning Show. It's right now 8:15 and it's Tuesday, November 18th. And I'm wishing you a beautiful day. And a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. It is Tartola. I hear you get half day. We don't know. I didn't listen to the press conference yesterday. Last time, Uber Day, you had half day or no work. I'm sure what the government did this time. Well, if you want to go to parade and fet, just leave the job, punch out your clock and go fet. And you can't fet and be on the people clock and get paid. You know you want to fet, it's either work or fet. Choose which one you want. Anyway, listen, man, it's been a good morning. We're sharing it. Remind you that today you have that Senate hearing. Also at the Market Square, you have Community of Compassion National Hunger and Homeless Awareness Initiative, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's happening at the St. Thomas Market Square. You're going to hear more about it as we progress on here in the week. All right, Thanksgiving is knocking on our door. It's right around the corner. Listen, who cooking? Who house you're going by, right? This is a perfect option from our kitchen to your celebration feast with no fuss. Chef Ashley Allen, a la carte Thanksgiving and a to-go family feast. All right, now moving a little fast. We got to slow it down. So you have main entrees, jerk spice, brown sugar ham, island mac and cheese, local stuffing, creamy whipped potatoes. And remember, you can have it as a feast or you can have it as a la carte. Maybe there's one thing that you do very well, or two, or three, but you need help in another area. Chef Ashley Allen can help you out right here. And this is an option. I'm going to tell you all about their service. And he's going to be right here on the Rise Up Morning Show tomorrow morning. So you have big family. You want to get some help, they have an option for that. So this is really, really good. You could, the most important part, how do you order? Let me tell you right now. You can make your order and then guess what? You could go out and fet, you could go out and party, order online, order by phone, text or online. Here's the number you can call, 407-625-6713. They're also working with Boomerang Eats, so you don't even need to leave your house. You don't need to meet them no place. Boomerang Eats could bring it to you. Let us cook. You celebrate a stress-free feast. Easy online ordering, pickup, and delivery available. So let's tell you more all about this service and what it's all about. Who's Chef Ashley Allen? Let's show you his picture. Chef Ashley Allen, he's been in the game for quite some time, and he has his experience come from a family of cooks. That's right. And they're going to be, listen, this is an amazing opportunity. So let me tell you, Thanksgiving to go, bringing locally inspired holiday flavors home. This year, Lemon Cast Hospitality is offering Thanksgiving to go, providing a chef-crafted feast that highlights the best of Virgin Islands ingredients and flavors, with packages ranging from a la carte selections to a full family feast. The menu blends tradition with island creativity, making the holiday easier, more flavorful, and stress-free for busy households. The Thanksgiving to go lineup includes, but before I go on, you working all day, you're dealing with the children, you're dealing with your parents, you're dealing things ain't how they used to be. Them children them in 50 million extracurricular activities. Still, you got to thaw out the turkey. Still, you got to, you got to cook the ham right. Because do not mess up the ham. Do not mess up the ham. You could get away with messing up portions of the turkey, but do not mess up the ham. And if you've never worked a deep fryer with the holiday turkey, this might be the time to start. Don't start it. Don't burn it down. VI Fire Service, they're very good, but we don't want you burn up your house. So, have Lemon Cast Hospitality help you out with this Thanksgiving to go. They got the family feast, a complete holiday spread curated by Chef Ashley's, featuring slow roasted meats, scratch-made sides, house-baked breads, and seasonal desserts. The duo, perfect for couples and small households, wanting a beautiful, balanced holiday meal without the kitchen marathon. This easy. I wish I were on the radio now. I could expand a lot more. You and him just start. You see, you can't see. They got zoom out. You got 2 chairs here. You a busy woman. You can't cook, right? But you want to entertain Boo and tell him come true. How Chef Ashley Allen, he cater it up for you. Honey come over or she come over, however it go. And they get excellent feast. When they done, you snuggle up. You know we don't do that eggnog thing here in the VI. You get some guava berry, you chill out or something else in front of the TV. He might want to watch the football. You might want to watch Netflix. Netflix and chilling effect. Beautiful meal done. But if that meal ain't correct, partner ain't want to stay. Or girlfriend ain't want to stay because and her phone texting, who got good food? You get a Tupperware in the car. I coming over for some food. You understand? So you want to make sure the food is good. The a la carte options, flexible selection for those who want to supplement their own cooking or build a custom table. All crafted with Lemaka's signature emphasis on quality and local sourcing. Orders can be placed through Boomerang Eats, pick up for delivery on November 27th, making it accessible for families across St. Thomas. The offering really brings everything full circle, says Allen. It blends our passion for local food, our commitment to community, and our desire to make good meals and good moments possible for everyone. As Lemaka's Lemon Scott Hospitality, tomorrow you'll find out how to pronounce that correct, continues to grow, so does its mission supporting local agriculture, elevating VI culinary talent, and creating unforgettable food experiences from bush cooked tents to holiday tables. So listen, everybody. You got a few days till Thanksgiving. You're choosing where you're going to wear. You're choosing where you're going to go. And even some of you who get an invitation, you can't cook too good. Don't go to the people in the house with your piece of meal. Nobody got to know. Call Chef Allen. They can cook it up. You put it in a nice container, bring it over. That's it. Make everybody happy. We don't need no questionable food for Thanksgiving. Another day of the year, but not Thanksgiving. And Lemniske Hospitality, Chef Allen, they are helping you out. And they are making it available for you. All right? So, listen, you want to check that out and you want to make sure that you are taking full advantage of it. Thanksgiving is right around the corner and it's from our kitchen to your celebration feast. No worries. Main entree, salads and breads. You get a full menu to choose from. Do it all or do it a la carte. You could do it for a duo. You could do it for a big family. They've got you covered. And stressing it. Happy Thanksgiving. No stress, no prep. Just enjoy every bite. This is where we were going to. How you can order. Order by phone, text, or online. 407-625-6713. You can scan this QR code right here. Boomerang Eats. They will do the delivery available for you. So easy online ordering, pickup, and delivery available. Let's cook. Let us cook. You celebrate a stress-free feast. And on that note, we here at AllAhWeTV wishes you a beautiful Tuesday. You keep smiling because, listen, your smile is the most best thing God has blessed you with. Of course, you get more stuff. Don't stress. Don't let nobody get you upset. Don't let no customer walk into that place of business you at and turn your day. Whatever problems you have at home, leave them at home. Okay? And you come out and you greet the world with a smile so that when you go back home, you don't even think about a problem you have. Everything is just wonderful, peachy, and beautiful because we only have one life to live. And if you want to spend time vexed up or they want to spend time vexed up, that's on them. You live happy, you live beautiful, you live carefree. Keep reaching for the stars. One day you're about to touch the sky. Remember, it's the holidays, and if one place you need to go is Miss Naturalista.
Let's redefine getting ready. Today ain't just about stepping out, we stepping up. Starting with the essentials. The Levi Fisher bundle isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. Hydrating and grooming that bed perfectly. Next, let's not forget the skin. With Naked Luxury's Fairline Men, we taking premium care that leaves your skin irresistible. Why? Because self-care ain't just a luxury, it's a necessity. So before you head out, remember looking good is more than just clothes. It's about bringing out your natural charm. You think your woman and want to see you rough all the time? Don't forget, look good all the time. Take care of yourself.